In the heart of the whispering peaks, where clouds kissed the mountaintops, lived a dragon unlike any other. His name was Dewey. And he had scales the color of a summer twilight sky and eyes like pools of melted gold. But Dewey had a secret, one that made him the shyest dragon in all the land. While his brothers and sisters breathed magnificent plumes of fire, painting the sky with orange and red, Dewey breathed bubbles, yes, bubbles, big, shimmering. Rainbow-colored bubbles that floated gently on the breeze before popping with a soft, cheerful plip. The other dragons found it peculiar. They would roar with laughter, the fiery breaths creating gusts of hot air that set Dewey's bubbles scattering. A dragon who can't even toast a marshmallow? They'd tease. Poor Dewey would blush, his purple scales deepening to a dark violet, and retreat into his quiet cave, feeling very small and very out of place. He spent his days alone, practicing in secret. He'd huff and he'd puff with all his might, hoping for just one tiny spark, a wisp of smoke, anything but bubbles. But every time, a cascade of glistening orbs would spill from his mouth, dancing in the sunlight. He tried to be fierce, puffing out his chest and letting out what he hoped was a terrifying roar. But it came out as a low, gurgling rumble, followed by a giant, wobbly bubble that wobbled right back and popped on his nose. He sighed, defeated, one sweltering afternoon. A dry spell had left the whispering peaks dangerously arid, a stray spark from a passing griffin's tail caught on the brittle underbrush, and in an instant, a wildfire began to rage. The other dragons swooped in, blasting the flames with their fiery breath, but it only seemed to make the blaze angrier, feeding it more hot air. Panic set in as the fire crept closer and closer to the forest, home to countless small, terrified creatures. From his cave, Dewey saw the smoke and heard the cries for help. He was scared, but seeing the fear in the eyes of the forest animals, something inside him shifted. He flew towards the fire, his heart pounding. The other dragon scoffed. "What are you going to do, Dewey? Bubble the fire to sleep?" Ignoring them, Dewey took the deepest breath of his life and let it all out. An enormous, unstoppable river of bubbles poured from his mouth. They weren't just ordinary bubbles. They were thick, wet, and heavy, filled with the cool, misty air from his mountain home. They descended upon the fire like a magical, bubbly blanket, smothering the flames where fire had raged. Now there were only shimmering soapy puddles. The fire hissed, sputtered, and died out. A stunned silence fell over the valley, broken only by the gentle plip-plip-plop of the last few bubbles. The other dragons stared, their jaws agape. The forest creatures peeked out from their hiding spots and began to cheer. Dewey had saved them all. From that day on, no one ever teased Dewey about his bubbles again. He was celebrated as Dewey the Bubble Dragon, the hero of Whispering Peaks. He learned that being different wasn't a weakness. It was his greatest strength. And sometimes, the most unique gifts are the ones that can make the biggest difference. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories.